Food for the soul. Food for the soul. We diving into Xenogears. We only got a couple streams left of this bad boy. This has been 80 some hours, 80 plus hours of epic adventure and conversation. And I've appreciated everyone's participation along the way. Let me tell you, made it to 200 subscribers. We are pushing on into the new stuff by pushing through some Xenogears dreams. Let's have at it, shall we? I'm going to give just a minute for some folks to show up, though. We do this together. Forge into dreams. That's right. We want full immersion. How is it going tonight? Oh, what a time it is. What a time to be alive. Let me tell you, what a time to be alive. You know what? I am on a journey. Let me tell you, I am on a journey. And I'm thankful for games like Xenogears that keep me grounded and keep my perspective centered. Even when it's like I don't seem to take the perspective I get from the game and apply it to life as much as I would like to, it definitely gives me something to ponder on in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And in this moment, I ponder relationships and our accountability and responsibility towards them. But I got the questing hood on, and we about to get going. So let's see what's going on with the dreams. I got Satan. He's just about to tell me stories. Can't wait to hear from Satan. Tell me, Satan. Tell me your side of the tale. Gotta let the internet, relax a minute. We want good stream. We want good connection. Make it happen. Continue the game. Yes, we will continue the game. Start. And now it's Saiten's turn. Uzuki, Hyuga. God, the interplanetary invasion weapon, Deus, had awakened, and its arc, Merkava, was activated. Deus began to absorb one after the other, the mutated people, destined to be its parts. While the non-mutated would eventually only become a threat to it, to exterminate us and our civilization, it set into action. The planet's surface was devastated by Merkava and the weapons born from it, called the Seraph. Would have been an insane FMV sequence is what they're showing us. While pursuing the newly awakened Deus, we chanced upon Faye, whose whereabouts had hitherto been lost, along with his gear, Weltal, discovered together at the place where Merkava was originally located. Yo, Jay. Welcome to the chat, sir. How was your day, man? How was the workout? It's about that time. We were overjoyed by Faye's return, but it was short-lived. For some unknown reason, Faye was found in a state of suspended animation. He did not regain consciousness. Ooh, they found him just chilling there, staring off into space. Today it's Walmart and rest days. Oh, wow. Good stuff. That's good to hear, man. It's good to know that you actually commit to that, too. Not just the, going hard, but that the rest is important. He did not regain consciousness. The people of Shevat and we ourselves feared the relapse of Faye's, Id's power, and had no choice but to put Faye into carbonite freeze. They had no choice. They're like, he's unconscious, so if anything, Id has perfect chance to wake up and tear stuff up. So they had to put him out. Your Majesty, why do the people of Shevat fear Faye so much? Even if Graf and Id's power are comparable, it is not that we fear him. We fear the error we ourselves committed, and now we are simply trying to put a lid on it. The error that you yourselves committed? Shevat instigated a battle 500 years ago to gain our independence from Solaris. However, we became overcome with the lust for power, fearing the war-torn people's will would no longer be with Shevat, but with Nissan Mother, and that the people would assemble under Sophia. The Council of Elders of Shevat back then made a deal with Solaris. A deal Yes. At the time, Solaris, or the Gazel Ministry to be exact, were at odds with the woman who held the real power behind the scenes. Would that happen to have been my Aang? Most probably it was. Fearing the increasing power of the masses assembling in Nissan, the Gazel Ministry schemed to hand over to us their antagonist, Ma Yang, and promised a division of the rulership of the Earth's surface. But in exchange, we had to give them the rebel army that had assembled in Nissan, and also their patron, Sophia. The leaders of Shevat accepted, and it was decided that Nissan would be the location of the final decisive battle with Solaris. Shevat did not participate in that battle. Thwarted by the awesome numbers of the Solarian army, and with their path of retreat cut off, the Nissan rebel army ran out of options and was destroyed. Caught up in the middle of all this was Lacan, Bart's ancestor, Roni, myself, and Krelian. You were there? Yes. Surrounded on all sides, we were prepared to die. And then the rebel force's flagship appeared with Sophia on board. She sacrificed herself as to create a path for our retreat. Sophia's ship headed straight for the enemy's main ship on a suicide attack. And now we're going to see this FMV sequence here a lot for the rest of the game. They're going to show you this a lot, how this all went down. Sophia inside the ship, flying it right into it. Boom! That's how it went down. Thanks to Sophia's sacrifice, we were able to survive. However, her death forever changed the fate of two men. Krelian, who followed closely under her as the leader of the Nissan Sex militia, completely lost faith after calling out to a god that would not respond. "I will create God with my own hands," were the last words he uttered before he disappeared. And Lacan. He resented himself for not having the power to do anything while she died in front of him, so he began to search for the legendary power. Legendary power? God's resting place, Mahanan, the source of divine wisdom, Raziel, and the animus relics, which were created by that very wisdom. Besides these, there is one more legend, and that is Zohar. Zohar? That's the same name as the Zohar modifier. The power reactor that Mayang spoke of, saying it was the infinite energy source of God, Deus. What she claimed is also the source of our ether powers and the driving force of all our gears. It would have to be one and the same thing. It is the place that contains the ultimate source of this world's power. It is said that only he who has the correct destiny would be able to discover its location. Losing all faith in humanity, Lacan sought after its power. Lacan became Graf, and the world collapsed. This tragedy happened because of the people's lust for power. So Lacan becoming Graf is the same thing as Faye becoming Id. And it's weird because like Graf is like this whole other entity within what's going on. Because I don't know. He possesses people's bodies. So like he's been possessing people for 500 years, bro. Is that what that means? Graf been body snatching for 500 years. That means he's probably having to switch every, I don't know what. You'd have to switch every like 20, 30 years, maybe. Bro has switched bodies. Your PSP still hasn't come yet? Aww. It's gotta be the weather. But that's disrespectful. Does it have a tracker? I must take part of the responsibility for not having been able to stop it. And now, Faye, the one who has the same power as Graf, we just wanted to seal up that dreadful power that arose from our own sinful deeds. Well then why don't you seal up Graf? I don't get it. It's garbage, bro. I'd be so hurt. The anxiety and the anticipation. Every time you getting the food ready, that's attaboy. Let's go. Let's get in the kitchen. Let's get it hot and let's get it cooking. Graf, the man once known as Lacan, sought after the power of the Zohar, the one who has the same power as Graf, Faye. I had this premonition that Faye too would awaken and seek out that power. And that presentiment became a reality. Just got done marinating some chicken for later. Luke 9, what up, son? How's it going, man? Long Tran, how you doing? I mean, it sounds like you're doing pretty good. You up in the kitchen. Just taking care of this baby, that's right. It's a beautiful thing. Taking a break to do some writing before some cooking. Excellent. We're here to inspire all the creativity. Look at him. Gets all red hot. Now then. Yeah, it's real close to the end of the game. Dude is confronting his total demons. Is this my memory? Doc. Bart. Rico. Billy. Wise Man. Graf. Everyone. My memories. Where's the Ellie memory? Oh, there it is. Ellie. Where's Choo Choo? Where's Maria? Where's Esmeralda? You're actually mad about it? Mother? Oh, the pain. And the necklace. Dude, the necklace is everything. Remember, this is like anime stuff right here. See, there we go. There's the anime. Who are you? Because you want to play Xenogears? It's good. Let it fuel your desire. I'm surprised. That's pretty clever. Okay, let's see. Let's see what just happened. So he found himself. He's finding himself in the right now. Faye is like in the ether, right? What is it? It's that place in the movie Soul. It's that place you go like when you're all in your element, right? That place where everybody's in the cloud. Everybody's in the clouds. Everybody's in the clouds and whatever. That's that place. That's where Faye is right now. He's about to get on the ship, though. You are it? Ooh, he calls him out. I misjudged you. I didn't expect the fake personality would create a fourth persona. Bro. Because he wanted to go find the answer, man. Faye wanted to go find the answer. A fourth persona? He can't feel anything. He's shut up inside your ego. The pressing facts and truths you won't face. You're afraid of them, so you desire to completely shut yourself off from the outside world. Is that okay? So tell me this. Right there, this Faye that we see in the spotlight, is this the Faye that's in suspended animation and in the carbonite? Is that this Faye right here? They said they found Faye in a state of suspended animation at the place where Deus had originated. Yeah, okay. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense, bro. They found him in a state of suspended animation. He shut himself completely off. He shut completely down. There was no communicating with that Faye on the outside. And so you formed a fourth persona, a fourth Faye. The name doesn't matter. He's the one on the stage. He's the one who's in control of our body. But it is a useless form of resistance. Come with me. Picks him up. Wait, what are you doing? He has the key. I merely want to borrow it. I've got to go somewhere. Takes him away. Boom. Are you coming too? Oh. I mean, he did ask him. You haven't been able to get this kind of food around here lately, have you? We got the good stuff. Ronnie coming in with them steaks, them Hob steaks. There it is. It's Reen is his name. This is Rico's ancestor, bro. I promise you. I promise you this is Rico's ancestor. Look at him. Look at that neckline. You know whose neckline that looks a lot like? What's wrong, Lacan? You look kind of down. What's bothering you? Are you worried about something? It's nothing. I'm just thinking about painting Sophia. I don't know why I agreed to do her portrait. So I'm wondering, does Lacan know Kung Fu like the same kind of Kung Fu that Faye knows? I mean, he looks like Faye, but does he fight like Faye? And did Kim fight like Faye? Was Kim on some Kung Fu shit and some science? Redacted, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. How's it going, bro? We getting close to the end. We gotta have deep conversation. You do know it's the name of the ship in the ocean. How did it get into the ocean? Think Edgar and Sabin from Final Fantasy VI. Do you really think so? I mean, Ronnie is Edgar's middle name. And isn't Reen Sabin's middle name? That's so ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous. I don't know why I agreed to do her portrait. Look at it. Look at the Easter eggs. They got Luca in the game. They had what was the other girl they had? They had the flower girl in there. So they had Luca somewhere hidden in the game. They had Aerith hidden in the game. Now they got Sabin and Edgar hidden in the game. What's up, Armed? So I honestly debated to do the 200 subscriber special tonight because I got some stuff set up for it. But I want to get through the Xenogears, and then we'll get on to the 200 subscriber. I mean, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. Sophia, you mean your childhood friend who's now the holy mother of Nissan? She's not really a childhood friend. I just made her acquaintance at the monastery near my home when I was a child. She went to the clinic there for convalescence. She was frail. For convalescence, wow. So what are you worried about painting her for? She does not wish herself to become symbol of her sect. Actually, it seems she wasn't interested in having her portrait painted at first. But when she heard I would be the painter, she turned around and agreed. That's what I don't understand. I see. Then she must like you. What are you talking about? That's how women are, right, Krellian? Hey, dude. Good with the conversation, bro. Playing some DS? Yeah, have some fun with that. Oh my goodness. So, I feel like I hit the jackpot. About to be downloading a couple of really cool games. Either tonight or tomorrow night. Or tonight or tomorrow. We've got Legend of Dragoon and Vagrant Story. Bro, I'm excited. I'll go after Vagrant Story. I'm not scared of some menus. Hope you're not having anything. What's up? You're not having any. It's ready to eat. Come get some food, bro. We got them Hob steaks. Holy mother of Nissan, huh? What are you out to offend divine providence or something? Ooh, look at him calling him out. Hold on, I got him. Gotta try to get unlimited camera going here. What are you out to defend? To offend divine providence. Ooh, Ronnie calling it out because he knows. Cut it out. It's not like that. It is like that. That's why you got us here, bro. You gotta lighten up a little. Sophia first showed me that books are the best way to calm the heart, and now I'm hooked on reading. I'm not trying to brag, but I've learned a lot of things I never knew before. Lately I've been reading this. What is it? Something I borrowed from Melchior. It's about a form of molecular engineering, nanotechnology. I believe it's a book found in the ancient ruins of the Zeboam civilization. It's a copy of someone's research report, but it's incomplete. I think there were even more wonderful things written in it, but we'll never know. Yeah, the day Corellian found inspiration, when he found that book. Yeah, he found Kim's research. But that was 500 years ago he found Kim's research. Which means him and Melchior were working on that stuff 500 years ago together. What's wrong? You don't look good. Oh, we've seen this before. Lately, you seemed melancholy. Almost every day has something happened. I don't know. I just can't paint right now. Sorry, but do you mind if we stop here? Yes, it's not good to push yourself too hard. Let's rest a while. Let's go to the inn and stay overnight and have full HP and MP in the morning. Is that what you need, Faye? Do you need full HP and MP? Does painting use up all your MP? Yeah, Lacan being such an insecure wreck is hard to watch. He kind of fumbles the bag. Even so, there was a time when I did some pretty vicious things. I lashed out at random. Everyone around me feared me, even my friends. I lived a life surrounded by people who looked at me with fear in their eyes. But she was the only one who wasn't afraid of me. She would just smile. Peace of mind. She was the one who taught me what that was and how I could receive it. She taught me how to live as a human. Corellian's talking about living as a human. Like what, dude? What? Corellian's deep here 500 years ago. I wonder how old they are here at 500 years ago. You think they're in the early 20s? Corellian's in charge of the military, so like, if he's in charge of the military early 20s, bro is a straight up dog. I'm about to say, Corellian, you ain't got started with the vicious things yet. Lacan was in his 30s in this time, so they're all in their 30s somewhat. Faye gotta be, or Lacan's gotta be the youngest one. With the way he acts, if he's in his 30s and this modest or insecure, ouch, man. Ouch. See, but that's the thing. Like, I wonder if he's a contact. He still has that power. It's not about him going to Zohar and finding that power, because he's got it. So, like, the whole thing with him becoming Graf, I don't know. It only makes sense that's like Graf is like his it. Yeah, it needs to be awakened by a situation, right? And that's where Graf comes from, is the situation where Sophie sacrifices herself. Well, I mean, that's like the situation, but he doesn't reach that point right away like Faye does. Did Kim have an id? That's what I'm saying. Did Kim... I asked that earlier. Like, did Kim fight like Faye? Did Kim get down with the Kung Fu? I mean, and did Lacan? Did Lacan fight like Faye? Did he get down with the Kung Fu? I know he painted, but did he get down with the... did he get down with the Hagan? You know what I'm saying? Did Lacan come in with some Hoten, some Tenbu? You think he knew Tenbu? Probably stopped at like Raijin. He probably was like, he could only do that. He could only do that one punch, and he was just like, "What is this power? I don't want to hurt anyone." Listen to this. The more she smiles at me, the more I feel my very being become insignificant. So essentially, this is like kind of why it wasn't time yet. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? For this Advent to become Deus. You know what I mean? Like, that's all they cared about. That's all Mayan cared about, and it just wasn't time. Because all the Geisel Ministry talks about the entire game is the timing of things. Every Advent brings something different. Alright, so that was interesting. I don't know if we're still live. Give it a second. Yeah, it looks like we're still live. Okay. I don't know, dude. Buffering or something. Advanced buffering. That's what happens when you have a weak computer trying to do stuff at a professional level. I'm trying to be professional here. The wave existence gave Kim intelligence. Lacan's issue is that he couldn't understand why he felt so insignificant around Sophia. This point in his life, his tortured artist emo phase. No kidding. At 30 years old, though, I mean, come on. Dude is like, it's okay. So there's that man-child thing. We'd be talking about how Faye is a straight-up man-child. It seems like Lacan is quite the man-child too. Just give give him all we did was give him power. All the wave existence did was give him power. Kim's intelligence was all him. Not how Kim fought, but was he able to become id? Well, that's what I'm saying. If like of course he was be able to become id. All of them are contacts. That's the point. So the reason Faye shares the memories of all these guys is because they're all contacts. So Lacan probably had Kim's memories come in his dreams just like Faye did. If he ever had, and maybe that didn't happen until after this incident. Maybe that is when Lacan started having that trauma and those dreams and stuff happening with him. Could be, because it doesn't seem like he deals with that sort of thing anyways. He was never, his like existence was never challenged up to this point, you know. And maybe that's why he's talking like this. The more she smiles at me, the more I feel my very being become insignificant. Like, what? Who talks like that? What are you dealing with that you would say something like that from a person smiling at you? No, that would make sense. Mayang wouldn't need to reset the world. They weren't a product of him being a contact. Can you imagine Kim made all nanotechnology people? He was doing it. Emeralda was the first one. It's like the prototype, or like, yeah, it's like the prototype. He met grown-ass adults, acting not too dissimilar to Lacan being a man-child. Oh yeah. Inside my heart, there is this empty existence. Other than painting, I have no worth. Wow, do you hear this? Yet she continues to accept my presence. I feel like I'm getting smaller and smaller. Wow, man. I can't vibe with it. I'm sorry. I can't be like, yeah, man, I know how you feel. I cannot relate. I didn't have this feeling in the beginning. I just wanted to paint her one more minute, one more second longer. I just wanted to keep on painting forever, but suddenly I couldn't. As the picture neared completion, the empty part of me started to manifest itself in brush strokes. I was meant to be painting her, I was meant to be painting her as she really is, but this picture is my own self. My empty self has begun to appear within there. That's why I've got to stop now. Yeah, because what? Because what did you just say, bro? Okay, what do the bros have to say about this, though? My empty self has begun to appear within the painting. So I've got to stop. The more I paint the picture, the more the picture becomes me. Your own self? You're just running away. You can't bear it when she smiles at you. You just love her, that's all. You just don't want to say it. You like deny the fact that you can love someone. By painting her portrait, you notice the gap between your own inner emptiness and her inner abundance. Yes, you notice the gap. You're painting the gap. Speaking of remember things from Zeboam, seem to have some access to them based on how he talked about Emeralda belonged to him. It seemed to have some access. Yeah, it did have access. That's the whole thing. Like it it is the contact, like, persona. You know what I mean? So he's the guy who has all of that information throughout the different advents of the contact. He sees himself in his art. Yes. The brushstrokes, the very brushstrokes. It's like what he feels is he's going to that higher plane as he paints, because that's when he becomes like complete. And because he's painting the picture of Sophia is why he feels completeness, because Sophia completes him. Because of the advent that she is. She is Ellie. He is able. Sees himself in the art is because after he's done painting, he wouldn't have a purpose. Because he would be completely imprisoned on the canvas. He would just become an empty shell. This is where you would see probably him break down and have that experience, but he doesn't want that to happen, so he restrains it. His will restrains it. Crowley would be able to call him out on it because he's in love with Sophia too. So I paint a lot on your life, and I know the idea, if this is part of what he is relating to, that there is something intimate about painting where you're pouring a part of yourself into whatever you're working on. Her inner abundance. And you could not fill that gap. That's why you are quitting your painting. You are refusing her. Even so, you still can't bring yourself to leave her, can you? In spite of that, why is it that she continues to smile at you? You who can't accept her feelings. You who won't accept her feelings. Tell me why. If it was me who was receiving such feelings... Oh, he doesn't complete that sentence? You're neglecting yourself too much. Why aren't you kinder to yourself, mistress? Is this really her true expression? Yeah, to people who don't know her that well, I guess. Her smile, I don't know. The smile in this picture is somehow different from the one she usually shows us. I realize Lacan's feelings are in there, but I don't think she has ever opened herself up and shown her inner self to others like this before. Her inner abundance, as Corellian would say. Might have to use that. You think that female would like to hear something like that? Hello there. I would like to explore your inner abundance. Shall we go have a cup of coffee? I just can't see the reason why you want to stop. Beautiful, forget it. This picture is anything but beautiful. Listen to the way he's describing himself in the picture. You say you're empty, then why do you come along with us? What we've been doing up till now are not just acts of mercy. It's a fight for freedom. Time and again, you've been through life-threatening situations with us. He has? A man who has nothing in his heart couldn't do that kind of thing, right? So are you saying that Faye is in the military? Or not Faye, but Lacan is in the military? And so maybe he does fight like Faye? Ronnie, you're giving me too much credit. As long as you do something to keep yourself occupied, you can ignore the hollowness inside. From the beginning, my very existence itself was an emptiness. From the beginning. This dude sounds like he sounds a lot like Ramses. You know what I'm saying? Man, he sounds a lot like Ramses. It wouldn't matter if I were to die right now. You live, you die, that's all. How does dude even wake up in the morning? Pessimistic as usual, Lacan. And now you're lying. He gets his memories back. Faye speaks with a form of higher intelligence. It is just that you're not good at expressing your own feelings. You're not empty. She knows that. That's why she shows only you her true smile. I don't deserve to see her true smile. She is the hope of the people, their support. There is so much more for her to do. Why would she open her heart to a mere artist like me? So Zephyr is here with them right now somewhere. See, I want to know where Zephyr is and who she's hanging out with. Is Zephyr hanging out with like Gaspar? No, wait. Zephyr's is in Shavat, right? She's in the Shavat military, so she ain't there. Or she is. She said she was here to Sighton. So she's hanging out here somewhere. Bro! See? But he comes in with the bro! Hey, bro. Well, there she is. Right on cue. With Reen. I'm still saying that Reen is Rico's ancestor. So if that means that Sigmund is actually related to Bart through blood, I would not be surprised. Because Sigmund is Rico's father, which would mean that Rico is essentially related to Bart. They're all family, bro. They're all family. How are they not all family? That would make sense, being that, like, in the hierarchy of the the necessary parts for the anima relics and such, they would have to exist within a certain category. Zephyr should still be the Queen of Shavat, you would think. His name is Reen Fatima. I'm just saying throughout in this timeline, he's Reen Fatima. But what I'm talking about is, like, as you go down the history, there's a chance that these two brothers, these are brothers, okay? So Reen is a brother of Ronnie, which means Reen has his own ancestry line separate from Ronnie. You get Bart from Ronnie's line. You get Rico from Reen's line. I'm just saying, because you look at Sigmund is a ruler in Kislev, and that would be, and so then Bart's father, Ronnie, was a ruler in in Ava, right? So it just stands to reason that the two of them developed lines that ruled those areas of the world, Because he knows about Ronnie and the young prince, yeah. So anyways, The Council of Elders of Shavat issued a decision. Oh, here we go. So this is the moment we realize tomorrow we will leave for Soylent. Calling out Soylent. Soylent? That's in Solaris. Yes, and Sophia will be coming with us. That's ridiculous. The refugees are still increasing. We can't afford to have Sophia leave Nissan. Going to Soylent? That's the plain foolish. It's too dangerous. What are the elders thinking? We've made a deal. I'm just saying, if you look at that neckline on Reen, it looks an awful lot like Rico's neckline, man. Them necklines tell a story. You know what I'm saying? Them necklines. And just like that hair be telling a story on Ronnie. You know what I'm saying? That hair. You gotta, they got all the symbolism in there. They got it all in there. It's all there. They gave you Ronnie and Reen, and then they also gave you more. He punches him. Or slaps him or something. Man. And she's got her Omni gear, Sophia does. Man. And the only reason he's so mutatedly big is because he's a demi-human. But it would make sense that he would actually evolve the way he did, because since his genes are the necessary genes for being an Animus, he was able to withstand the process and evolve or whatever. What will we do if you also fall ill? Do not forget you are the head of the Sex Military Forces. Oh, he probably disgusts Lacan. He probably does too. He can't even say nothing to him. Man. It was my misjudgment that did this to you. I was terrified. It was like you could see right through me. Your eyes, that look. That was me, that being reflected back in your eyes. He's still talking about the painting, bro. He's talking about the painting. She's laying here almost dead on the table, or on the bed. He's talking about the painting. He's like, I'm sorry, the painting. I was looking at myself and thus painting myself. I couldn't stand it, so that's why. Oh, Ellie, what in the heavens did you find inside of me? You talking about the painting. When you wake up, I think I will ask you that. On second thought, no. No, I don't want the bird. I don't want to burden you with my concerns. He's outwardly talking about this battle that he's having. Technically, every Animus is made of genes that exist within the human race of the planet. Yeah, but they have to meet necessary requirements, and there's, that because every source of DNA is its own formula. So, like, you need the formulas to reach a certain point or a certain threshold to align. It's all about the alignment. You can be whatever, but you gotta align. It's like you have the Yang gene in you if you're a female, but until she aligns with you, it don't mean nothing. Selective gene breeding. Having many babies with one certain individual in order to achieve the optimum output individual offspring. You said this is so embarrassing, ain't it? One look into your eyes and I can't say a thing. I wouldn't even be able to tell you how I feel. You are the sweetest person. She really telling him he's the sweetest person. Can a woman really listen to all that and still be like in love? You are someone who cannot bear to see others hurt by your own actions, so you hold everything in and bear all the burden. If you get hurt in the end, you think that is fine. That's what I like about you. If you become just another human, everyone will. Humans aren't all that frail, you know. Sometimes we don't feel like we are worth it. People can. Speaking with modern bias. Humans aren't all that frail, you know. They don't need a symbol who is just appearances only. I believe that if you have light in your heart, you can overcome any hardship. What I have been doing is simply showing people that such light exists in the hearts of everyone. I'm just a woman. And to fulfill my womanhood, I am prepared to throw away anything. Even in this position, I'm just playing the role of Sophia. But I am still me. I haven't changed. A cowardly, selfish crybaby. I am still the same. Could you live a lie like that and still be happy? I don't want to do that. Oh, Lacan, I want to live more honestly with myself. To be able to tell the man that I do love him, and I don't care if I get hurt or rejected. You only have one life. She came with the YOLO. I don't want to turn around later and regret not having done such things. And there's Corellian listening to all this nonsense. He said, how could people be so nonsensical when there's feelings at stake? Very much the mother archetype. She's not lying. Do you think I'll let it end here? We are not their possessions. It's not her fault people exalted her. And yet here we go again. They want you to embrace this scene. Embrace this moment. Dude, they take you in the ship. Sophia, what are you doing? I'm ending this. You won't need to fight anymore. So Krelian, please open your fist and with your open hand gently hold the people who will continue to live. That is some deep, deep rhetoric right there. It fires the laser. Lacan with the "Don't be foolish. We'll help you escape, so please stop." Oh, I like that the game uses the property to tell the story right here, though. There's no other way. Lacan says Ellie. He screams Ellie right there at the end. Bro. Then they take you in the ship. People support each other to live. It's what brings us happiness. So share that happiness and please live. Where sacrifices was the wrong answer. What's up, Out of Tunes? Welcome to the chat, man. How you doing? We're ready for some deep conversation on the innermost workings of the mind. Don't forget, we are inside the mind at the moment. We're not just doing flashbacks. We are inside the mind. We were sacrificed as pawns in order to protect their own authority. Sophia was... Is this the ideal world? Are we heading towards Sophia's ideals? Is this our salvation? This isn't fair. Sophia was sacrificed for those bastards. Sophia said if you just have faith, the path to what you hope for will open. But look at reality. God didn't answer our prayers. Is that because we didn't have faith? Even if we didn't have faith, Sophia did. Why did she have to be sacrificed? Is God dead? Is he just not there? Maybe God never existed to begin with. Faith in God. Do not look for it in the outside, for it is something one must find within oneself. I see, that's it. If God doesn't exist in our world, then I will create God with my own hands. I will create him with my own hands. Please guide me. Becomes possessed right in this moment. He goes a whole different route than Lacan does. I will destroy all such false pretenses of love for you. He goes almost full-blown Kefka. He does, though. You can see remake being 800 hours. This is 80. I know, man. We are 80 hours deep. 80 hours deep. And then Krelian just runs off, mad, possessed by science. We need to gather all our surviving comrades. You saying Lacan was a nihilist? About 85% Kefka. Yeah, he's about 85% Kefka right there. He's just... all he was lacking was the power. See, Kefka had the power, so he went full-blown. Corellian didn't have the power, so he couldn't go full-blown. Make us wait 10 years to get them all. Yeah, dude, it will be a long way. What's up, Dark Dragon? Welcome to the chat, man. We in here with the deep conversation. Yeah, thanks for it, man. I was about to do the 200 sub playthrough tonight, but I want to get the Xenogears in. It's okay. It'll be tomorrow for sure. We'll be having some fun. We'll never beat them if we fight them individually. So let us create a country that can someday stand up against them. What are you going to do, Lacan? I just don't know. My purpose has been taken from me. Done. He is fading away. The best villains are those who have reasons for what they do. Corellian is Kefka with emotions. You subscribe that Kefka originally didn't have much emotion to begin with, so being experimented on put him on the path. Lacan, tormented by everything. How does he go to Mayang? How does he end up at Mayang? How? We know nothing of the relationship between Faye and Mayang other than this. Or Lacan and Mayang other than this. Oh. Oh? Yes. If only you had power, you could have saved her. Yeah, Mayang's got some kind of power over the human, over the human psyche or the human genome, don't she? I think Mayang has a DNA relationship with all humans, that she has this kind of power to persuade or manipulate any of them. Bro, Mayang sees that it's time to reset humanity because Ellie's gone, so the contact and the antitype need to circumvent in the system. Dang, bro, he comes at him with the Sophie ethereal. You want it, don't you? Unrivaled power. She projects the image of Sophie onto him because that's the only thing that could give him any source of meaning. And maybe what happens is the antitype reassimilates into Mayang because she's no longer in the gene, within the gene pool. Don't you want to become the absolute being? Bro. What? Yes, I want to become the absolute being. There. That's what I have sought after. So does he find Zohar? Man, the production. But wait, that's not what I want. No. This is my very desire. Live. So this is where Faye's being held. He deserves it. Yeah. Let me pray on his weeping face as if it were an idol. As if I would. Yuck. What's this? This is terrible. No matter what, this is going way too far. Putting someone in carbonite. He's still alive? How could you possibly be... You're a human too, aren't you? Darn. Yeah, I think they did get rid of the dialogue. They just did the cinematic, which is great because as a cinematic, it's pretty freaking sweet for the property. The property and the effects going on, like all that particles and everything that was floating in the air, like to do that with this graphics, that had to have been intense. My Dory, it's you. Don't scare me like that. Crying? Who's crying? You mean our friend Faye is crying? Angry, hurt. He'll wake up soon. It's calling him. Whoa, she just comes out with it, bro. She comes with it. He'll wake up soon? What are you talking about, he'll wake up soon? What? You've known all along, my Dory? What? He's all in some carbonite. Stop it! Oh, I know why he screams, stop it. Now it starts to make a little bit of sense. Like, he's screaming at his body when he's screaming, stop it. He's screaming at his own body about to manifest. He broke through his carbonite encasing. Id, Faye, took his gear well tall and went in search of Zohar. Just like before. We followed Faye's trail. Eventually we arrived at the location where Zohar had fallen to earth so very long ago. Nothing could have prepared us for what we were about to see there. Ooh, we definitely need Wild Smile for this one. You think Bart Billy Sighton? I was either going Billy or Esmeralda. I like Esmeralda's speed in her gear. She's kind of like a mini Sighton. The two of them can get a whole bunch done. How have I been getting Poppy up? Because I've been using her. I mean, and the characters level a little bit outside of the party, I'm pretty sure. That's who you take for dialogue. Poppy becomes a beast with drives. Oh, yeah. How'd the Opiomorph fight go? Dude, I one-shot it. Like, a straight up, dude, I just went for it, dude. Let's see what I do. I just would hit her 2 turns at a time and let her do her ether attack, because that's the least amount of damage she's going to do every time. So hit her 2 times, wait for her to unload, hit her 2 more times, let her unload, and just kind of slow grind it. It took a couple of... When you get to the point where she's raising all of her shit anyways, then you go system it and just end it in like 2 turns. It was pretty... I was surprised, but yeah. It went a lot smoother than the Alpha Weltall fight. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Emeralda because I like her speed. Let me gear. We got the fixed frame, power magic. I don't really need that going on right now. I need magnetic coats and gangster stuff. Gangster stuff. Gangster stuff going down. Oh yeah, man. I feel it. I'm excited. Oh, there we go. Sonic G whipping in it. We'll get the speed ring. 13 agility. Citan has 16 agility, bro. Alright, let's go. Save. That was a whole lot of game. Yeah, I definitely have a doubler for... I think I have 2 ether doublers, so I have a doubler for both Ellie and Emeralda. Or Faye, if I want to try to use it on Faye. But does ether work in this fight? I always thought he was immune to ether abilities. It's id, right? We gotta fight id. It's good times. Let's make it happen. Continue the game. Start. If I have to go back and do it again, that's what we'll do. Man, I forget about this whole stuff going down. I've been through so much game, I forgot that it goes this deep. How did I forget how hard it goes in Xenogears? Unless the threshold is reached, yeah. This must be the place. Well, wait for me! I want to see this too! Nope, this is as far as you come. From here on is my world. You can't enter. What do you mean? You're a subordinate, a fake persona. That's why... Yes, he has a part of my memories from back then. He has sealed away the very meaning of my existence, my drive, my motivation, my subconscious id. Because of that, I became a basic, blank persona. And on top of that, I constructed a new persona based on my experiences since then. That is what you are now. Him? You mean father? Ah, there we go. You call him father. He who never did anything for you. It was because of his cowardly behavior. If only he had been able to protect me. If he had done that, Mother wouldn't have died. Didn't my mother die right after I was born? What really happened to my mother? Tell me! You don't need to know. You'll only disappear soon, along with your basic persona, the coward. I'll rule my being through the power of the existence. Oh, he already knows about it, see? He knows about it. I'll rule my being through the power of the existence. Of course you don't know, but it is etched in my metapsychotic memory. It's etched in my metapsychotic memory. Holy cow, I didn't realize they were going to use words this big. We're getting some vocabulary terminology today. Just imagine this scene, robot in some horrible dystopian black inky darkness. Some giant gear bonded to an ethereal floating multi-higher dimensional light bulb. It's going across all of the generations of soul memory. That's right. Kind of like that thing you see happen in Donnie Darko when the timeline like emanates out of him and it goes and like he just sees it go. Your persona is fake, so you'll never stand on the stage of consciousness. You'll never be able to take charge of the memories from our past lives. I know the dreams and hallucinations. I've seen them many times. Look at him, he's all excited. I showed them to you on purpose, to break the seal. I chose to weaken the power of your existence. He's talking to his inner psyche, bro. He's having an inner psychological breakdown battle with his own personalities. If your mental energy is weakened, I can become free and do as I wish. What? There are still things inside you which you haven't been shown yet. Huh? Someone's coming. It's probably your friends. They must have followed me. I came to re-establish contact with the existence. To tie together all the threads of your memories since ancient times, and then cut them off. That is the fate of the contact. All is ready. It's time for the true awakening. There you go, buddy. There you go. His inner contact is finally discussing what is really going on with him. He's blowing he's blowing his own mind. he's inside his mind, blowing his mind all at the same time. Bro, can you imagine? He's inside his mind, blowing his own mind. Wait for me, Id! I still want to go and see what's gonna happen. You just stay here and observe. Everyone does that except without torture, childhood, causing a true personality split. Jung's idea of the archetypes, shadow, and persona 2. Or Jung's. Look at him. Yeah. Faye, this must mean this is Weltall's transformed appearance. Bro, the best colored gear ever. He's incubated in like an embryonic state as a gear. So gears are actually like organisms. And see, Id is the one who came here and did this. This is not Faye. This is Id. Because Id is the contact. Yes, sir. Let's go. Clean. This is so clean. Man, I wish you could like unlock this skin or something in the game. See, that's what remakes would do. Remakes would go out of the way to do stuff like that and make you spend money instead of actually giving you a good game. But with the remake, you know they got the PvP aspect already covered with that fighting game, bro. Bot battles in PvP remake style would be so clean. Dude, somebody could just make that a game with that concept, and they wouldn't even have to call it a Xenogears. They could just make that game. Somebody should just do it. Make that game. Make the robot fighting game that's literally the Xenogears robot fighting game, but it's not anything to do with the property. You can utilize all of the aspects they put, because they don't care. They don't care. You'll never see it again unless you do it. Go make the game. Whoever's in the chat and is a computer programmer around here using Unreal Engine 5. Let's go. Let's get it, make it happen. He's really attacking Emeralda like solely. I don't appreciate. Every time that music comes on, it's like the loudest music in the game. Oh no. Time is up, Id. Crescent's mad now. He's just targeting Emerald. Yeah. Doesn't have to pay her if she's dead. Yeah, you can get some of this here finger flick. Came with the damage. Good job, Emeralda. Good job. Oh, stop ether engine. That's nice. Now Titan's holding out. Are you okay? Yeah, here we go. Now let's see what happens. Who is this wise man gear? And does it transform into Alpha Weltall? It's already too late. Assist me, for I'm about to exterminate this guy. This guy here. Zohar is Deus Core. The slave generators and ether. It's the source of all their energy. After attaining its power, the freshly awakened id intends to annihilate this world. The contact with Zohar was meant to have been done after the unifying of Faye's true personality. Ha! Keep back! You again. You're always getting in my way. But I cannot be stopped by you. You who couldn't even protect his own wife and son. You cannot even bear to show your face to your son. That's why you wear a mask, isn't it, Khan? Son? That's right. This man is Faye's, no, I mean my father, Khan Wong. He's not your father. He's been possessed. What happened to Faye, id? Too bad. The new personality of Faye that you gave birth to, and all that work that your persona did to make him one perfect unified whole has been wasted. He will be swallowed up by me. I won't permit it. I will destroy you first. As if you could, sissy. Mother died because of your cowardly behavior. And as a result, he ran away with that reality by entering into his own memories. And now I continue my existence bearing all that hatred. You wouldn't be able to imagine what it's like. I was simply working to unify Faye's personality, you know. All that you and I feel, the sadness, the hatred, even though he also experienced such things, Faye needed to be encouraged to build himself up in order to be able to comprehend all of this. Faye should be able to understand all of your feelings. But now you want to erase the one who understands you, to kill Faye. What is it that you want? Why ask me such a thing now? My purpose is the same as his, total destruction. That and that alone. Is this world so bad a place that there is only hatred inside of you? You're the one who's made me this way. You and that woman, admit it. Please take this fist full of memories I am giving you. Become one with yourself and with me. Craziness. Oh, he broke through. He's in the floaty ethereal. He's inside id. The power of the punch completes you. A world filled with hatred and sadness. That's all that's here. Yes. Now I understand, id. Why you hate the world. Why there is nothing inside you. Nothing. Nothing was given to you. Deprived of all the happy memories. And yet it feels pleasant. It almost feels good. Now I get it. There's no need to resist. I was originally just an existence that was created as a cover to hide id. So it would be better to return to that place. Let's come together to wipe away everything, including ourselves. Remember, were you not going to help Ellie? Ellie? That's right. Ellie. I've got to save Ellie. What's this place? And because now he's confronting his actual, purpose, he's got to save Ellie. That is his purpose. What's he done now? He only called you in here for his own sake. This is inside the shell of your basic character, the room of the coward. Oh, id follows him in here. I'm sure you've been here many times before. I see, I remember now. In my dreams. Everything despised and unwanted he pushed onto me while he shut himself up in his own little shell, the coward. The basis for our personalities. There you go, he's the basis for our personalities. He's the reason they exist in the first place. These two Fays right here are the Fays we be popping in and out of when we become id and then we go reawaken as Fae. Or when we awaken as id and when we awaken as Fae. Here's your symbolism. Who are you? That's the man-child right there. Let's watch this together. This is my most treasured possession. By repeatedly replaying the times he was full of happiness, he lives on in his own little happy world. While I'm still alive only because of what's in those leftover dregs. Here, I'll show you everything about me. Now we get to understand the root of evil? Oh, and they give you a countdown, bro. Ours was an ordinary family. A strict but reliable father. A kind and loving mother. Up till then, it was complete happiness. But one day, Mother suddenly changed. She was like a totally different person. From that day on, Faye lost his home. Father was away often. He had some important work. She just walks up on him. When Father was away from home, Faye was taken to a place with mysterious machines. Inside, there were many strangely dressed people. Many types of probes were injected into Faye's body as the start to some kind of experiments. The test caused Faye much pain. He would cry out to his mother. As humans, when we are hurt, we only want to remember the good time, forget the pain and sadness. Mother didn't come to his assistance. But he was able to endure. Eventually, the experiments became unbearable. Many people gathered around Faye. These people had a high compatibility with the Anima relics. This psychic contact with Faye was to force him to awaken. This psychic contact, bro. So they were projecting ether onto him, like projecting the psychic contact, bro. Like ether projections to like awaken Faye's genome. Like they were influencing his existence. You're guilty of it, feel deeply and get hurt easily. But no one could make contact with Faye. The power drawn out of Faye, regardless of his will, destroyed them all. Regardless of his will, bro. The power drawn out of Faye, regardless of his will, destroyed them all. This is unbelievable. Mother allowed this to take place? Psychic contact? What do you mean by awaken me? To awaken God Everything had to be in perfect order, with nothing lacking. Things divided in the past must become one complete whole again. Countless people died before Faye's eyes. Men, women, the old, the young, even demi-humans. Suffering grief, fear, ecstasy, a variety of emotions and words lingered and tumbled about Faye like broken dolls. It was a scene from hell. In front of Father, she acted normally. When Faye tried to tell Father about Mother's strange conduct and the experiments, Father's mind was taken up by his work and he didn't really listen. He thought it was just childhood fantasies. But he didn't have to endure the pain much longer. Faye's subconscious discovered a way to escape from the trauma. He formed a separate persona to deal with the things he didn't like or he couldn't bear. He removed himself from out of harm's way. My role was to have all the things he hated forced upon me the moment they arose. From the time of my division from him, I was dominated by hatred. That hatred naturally turned into destructive impulses. I wanted to destroy everything. Mother, Father, the entire world. Finally, Father noticed Mother's odd behavior, but it was already too late. I had completely separated from that coward, my original self. Thus the beginning of two Fays. The puppets were broken, and Faye's heart was too... What would make Mother do such a thing? Mother repeated the experiments to study the power she knew existed within me. Yes, that woman, Mother, was my Aang. That's a lie! No, it's true. Mother was my Aang. That's right. Karen had become my Aang. What is that you say? It's nothing special. My Aang does not have only one host body. My Aang's roots are sealed in the genes of all women. Any one of them could become my Aang. It just happened to be Mother's turn. Only Ellie was special originally. Karen, my Aang noticed that Faye's memory time axis had increased 2 or 3-fold. Then she became convinced that Faye was the contact. Contact? Yes, I was the contact. That's why he called out to me. And why the time had come. Man, hey Mom, why aren't you helping Dad? Dad's gonna die. Groff came seeking the power that exists within me to return to his own body. You understand now, don't you? Graf is Lacan. We, his descendants who inherit his lingering thoughts and memories from him, know only too well divided 500 years ago, he would become a part of us both. Lacan became Graf. He destroyed everything on the face of the earth. He then mastered how to possess the bodies of others by dwelling in their minds. He was probably enabled to do this after his contact with the existence. The bodies died, but Lacan's spirit continued living by possessing others. He had come that day to return his soul at last to the perfect reincarnation of his physical body. And so why is it that Graf stopped the first time actually destroying everything? Is it because he still couldn't destroy Cain? Graf can't even, or like the contact can't even destroy Cain? I mean, what stopped him what stopped the Diabolos invasion? What stopped that? Like maybe he just stopped because that's what maybe Mayang stopped him? He'd come that day to return his soul at last to the perfect reincarnation of his physical body, the body of Faye. Father fought him, but he couldn't protect Mother or I. He pitifully fought on while coughing up his lifeblood. Graf made a mockery of Father, and Mother would not even help him when he needed her the most. As for their son, he couldn't take what was happening away anymore. He gave into his feelings and released his power, and as a result, Mother died. And he offloaded the result of his actions onto me. To avoid taking the responsibility for killing Mother, he used me as a shield. I also killed Mother. He pushed all the bad things onto me, but he kept all the memories, filled with happiness and Mother's love, to himself. This is what Id got wrong. Yeah, this is because he doesn't have the full... Id doesn't get the full story. That's why he holds on to everything as rage and destruction, because that's what his purpose is. He gets it all no matter what, but he doesn't get the fond memories. What you see before you is what he made. He just keeps hanging on to those memories. That's what this is. In this phase, like, I've never seen any of this. This is all so terrible. Are these all there is to us? Enough already. There is nothing here. Just a world filled with deception and pain. It can't be helped. This is our world. This is everything. I was so busy with my duties in Chevet, I didn't notice Karen had changed. I couldn't save you when you needed my help. Why bother saying such nonsense now? It's not going to change anything. The only thing you can do now is die by my hand. Even still, I'll show you that I can save you. Father has done nothing wrong. I know. This one is the real culprit. Mother and father had no choice. This is not reality. Oh, where did we go? Did we go to the actual event? It's all fake. It's a trick. All of it. All of it. All of it. No, get out. Oh. So this is my room. I thought you would always be with me. Why won't you see reality? Happiness, sadness, aren't these all parts that combine to make the whole? Why won't you show him? Why don't you also show it what you always watch? No, that's mine. I don't want to show it. The person who killed Mother. You should talk. You're the one who killed Mother. No, I didn't. You did. Ooh, this is an inner mind battle between the man-child and the child. That's why you killed her. I didn't kill her. I didn't. Knock it off. We killed Mother. It's no one's fault but ours. It's not because she became my Yang or because Father didn't notice. Don't look outside for the reason. Don't blame anyone but yourself. Yes, Mother was my Yang, and I know that you suffered. No one could have endured it. But you can't push it onto it alone. We are all one person. We must all become one. Right, Faye? Walk on your own 2 feet. Face up to the reality that you don't want to see. Show them to it everything you took for yourself. Faye finally being the adult in the room. Like somebody's got to be grown up and mature, right? Someone in there. There has to be a grown up Faye in there somewhere. Oh, man. It's the necklace, you see? Lies, that woman, this scene, all illusions. My consciousness can see through this trick. I won't be swayed. Yeah, that's enough. Doing that isn't going to solve anything. Mother saved us at the last moment. That is the truth, right? The reality isn't all grim, id. My power couldn't save anyone. It only destroyed. I thought that I could only make a connection with others through destruction. So I had to destroy it all. People, the world, even Ellie. No, that's not the case. We can save others just as our mother, despite being Mayang, saved us. Our power can save people. We can save Ellie. That's a first. Mother being so warm. To me, she almost seems too warm. Faye, take the memories I have within me. You must know what it used to be like up until now. Know our identity. Know about who we are. Then figure out what ought to be done. Our integration is not yet complete. Ah, yes. It's like, so check this out. Let's go revisit the dawn of time. As our blood spills out, bro. And then you got Esmeralda's room. She gets gunned down. Oh, and so he sees. I think that's a significant scene because he sees Krellian get possessed, and so maybe he considers doing that himself. You know, just becoming possessed by godlike power because he's the contact. Like he's swayed, you know. He's swayed to do that, to behave that way. We picked it out of the trash later, huh? Crazy. I don't know. It could have been more epic, I think. It could have been even better. But the simplicity of it gives it that, like, the nostalgic vibes and plays well with the way the story's being told. The music box mentality. You would have punched the wave existence if you were Faye? Ah, man. After all you've been through, I think you're done you're done just punching people, right? That's kind of what Faye gets to. He only fights because he has to. Because he has to protect. What have I become? I will live. Oh, See? Lacan gets possessed and becomes Graf. See, it is. So Graf is the id of Lacan. So Lacan does the same thing. Lacan splits himself just like Faye does. Maybe that's the level of cope these guys go through. Because what happens, we really don't know how everything ends for Kim, right? We don't know what happens after Ellie dies with Kim. We don't know what happens to Abel after Ellie dies. Like, what goes on there, you know? I mean, does Kim get gunned down right after right after Ellie? They just break into the room and gun him down? Or does he just wait it out for a little while until it's safe to leave, and then he seals up the facility? Did Kim seal up the Zeboam facility? And then just die in there? We don't find a skeleton, though. If the world does not come to an end, I will destroy it with my own hands. Look at his gear changes. Oh boy. Are you ready? Who is it? Who's calling me? I am Har. What is this light? I reside in Zohar. I am the beginning and the end, the first and the last. God? God. Some would refer to me as that. From a certain point of view, it is right to view me as such. But at the same time, I am not. I am also a part of you. A part of me? I am defined by how people observe me. You are actually talking to a virtual version of me that you yourself create. I am your perception of me. I don't understand. I don't understand what you're talking about. Who or what are you? In one word, existence. Existence? In actuality, I do not have a physical form. I am an existence of a higher dimension, a place you cannot perceive. But in terms you understand, it is a world where everything acts as a kind of wave. It is the source of this four-dimensional universe, the place where time and space is controlled, the fluctuating void, the wave existence. What does such an existence have to do with me? Long ago, a modifier, or a pseudo-perpetual infinite energy engine, was created. That engine was named Zohar. I really said pseudo. A pseudo-perpetual infinite energy engine. Let me say that again. A pseudo-perpetual infinite energy engine. Infinite energy engine was created. That engine's name, Zohar. That reactor was created by an ancient people from another planet to attain what is considered to be an ultimate energy possible within this four-dimensional universe. Eventually, those people used that same engine to create the ultimate interplanetary invasion weapon, Deus. Zohar was used as its primary source of power. Yes, yes. You're blowing this guy's mind. Because this is the contact. This is this is this is the conversation that Neo should have had with the source, but instead it was just like Hollywood stuff. But the unexpected happened. During the connection tests of the Zohar with the newly completed Deus, the engines started to examine infinite potential phenomena. The engines started to examine infinite potential phenomena. So that's the Zohar. He says during the connection tests of the Zohar, the engine, the Zohar, started to examine infinite potential phenomena. Requiring energy, the engine connected this dimension to the higher dimensional space. As a result, that reactor merged or synchronized with the wave existence in that higher dimension. Me merged or synchronized with the wave existence. So the engine reached a state of wave. It reached a, I don't know, reached a frequency or a, because waves have frequencies. So it reached a frequency that entered a higher dimension. The wave ego. I descended from the point of contact created by the machine through the path of Sephiroth, or the domain you are in right now, and incarnated in the four-dimensional world. So where we are right now is the path of Sephiroth. The point of contact created by the machine. This is the point of contact created by the machine. Right here. So we're in the point of contact that's created by the machine. Deus. Right? Or is it created by the machine? Or is it created by the Zohar? It's created by the Zohar. Because you're the contact. You tap into the Zohar's infinite potential phenomena, and you are brought to this place here. I think 9 of tuning to a wave frequency on a radio, yeah. After I advented to the four-dimensional world, in order to stabilize myself here, I had to exchange or materialize my form and enter into the modifier engine. Okay, what does advent mean? What does it mean to advent? I'm gonna look it up. We're gonna have vocabulary session. He's talking about advent in the past tense. So to advent, advent, the dictionary defines it as approach, arrive, coming, incoming, enter, ingress, beginning, birth, commencement. The act of coming upon a scene. The wave existence came upon the scene. Graph is the advent of Lacan. No, Fae is the advent of Lacan, is what that is. Because Fae is an existence that's an advent. So he advents. He became an existence within the four-dimensional plane. He was birthed inside the four-dimensional plane because he resonated with the Zohar engine. Or it. Whatever. Har. Har, 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 har. You know what I mean? Not sure why it was translated har. Har is Zohar. Why it was translated har? I don't know. So yeah, after I advented to the four-dimensional world in order to stabilize myself here, I had to exchange or materialize. I had to exchange or materialize my form and enter into the modifier engine. So after I advented to the four-dimensional world, in order to stabilize myself here, I had to exchange or materialize my form. Because in order to enter, my form and enter into the modifier engine. Yeah, because he's resonating. So like his resonation, his resonation brought him into the path. And so because he brought him into the path, he had to materialize his form. Had to exchange. His form. In other words, I became bound in the Zohar, the cage of fleshly existence. Since the time I was bound in Zohar, I have always wanted to return to my own dimension, and I came to a conclusion. I had to reverse the process I went through to arrive here. I must be released by the one who instilled within me a special feature of this dimension, the will. That one is you. I must be released by the one who instilled within me a special feature of this dimension, the will. That one is you. A man-child is the host for the spirit of the Slayer of God, as Balthasar so eloquently says it every time he sees us. The host for the spirit of the Slayer of God. That one is you. Decided it was me? A special feature? Yes. I was given a special attribute of a human by you, the contact, when you observed me. I was given a mother's will. A mother's will? I'm sure you remember. After my descent, you had contact with the modifier engine Zohar. Oh, he's taking him back to... Bro. He took him back. He's talking about Abel as a whole. He's talking to the whole Fae. He's talking to the Fae that was the beginning and is now the end. All Abel wanting is a mom. Gave him that will. As a contact, being but only a child, you defined my existence with your desire to return to your mother. Thus I came to prepare the mother's will. That will is Elham. Ellie's disposition was influenced by me? Yes, my will was incarnated through a biocomputer, which was vital for Deus. After combining with me, the biocomputer evolved its functions, and that bioplant generated a central element. That is her. Whoa, bro, I gotta read it again. My will was incarnated through a biocomputer, which was vital for Deus. Yeah, that's catamony. After combining with me, the biocomputer evolved its functions. And that bioplant generated a central element. That is her. And so the bioplant like Soylent. That's got to be Soylent. What up, Pokey? How's it going? We in the depths. We in the path of Sephiroth now. Talking to Har. I was split by your contact. My physical form or flesh stayed in Zohar. What? While my will went into Ellie and my power went into you. His physical. Okay, so his flesh, this is his flesh, is what he's saying. This is the wave existence in the flesh. While my will went into Ellie and my power went into you. That's why I waited to unite with you. And now it is fulfilled. My only remaining desire is to break this cage of fleshly existence. In order to do that, I must become perfect by combining with Ellie as well as my other split physical form, Deus. He has to combine with Ellie and Deus. The only way to return my original dimension is to destroy this physical body in the four-dimensional world. Zohar is perfect, so in order to destroy Zohar, I need the strength that was attributed to you. Zohar can only be destroyed by the hands of the contact. What about Ellie? If Zohar is destroyed, what will become of Ellie? Oh, Pokey was in for just a minute though. I appreciate it, Pokey. That's good stuff. Good looking out. You'll be sure to have a character in the 200 subscriber playthrough. Zohar and Deus are one. She is bound to the system by another's will to become one with me. Another's will has got to be Mayang. She is bound to the system by another's will to become one with me. In order to release her, it is necessary to destroy that very system that serves as the Deus weapon. Good. This is all a good thing. It is necessary to destroy the very system that serves as the Deus weapon. However, having been created as a weapon, the Deus system seeks to unify itself with all of you for a different purpose than that of mine. Originally, her release should have been performed by me, the one who desires to return back to the higher dimension, but I am also bound to the system just as she is, so I am unable to participate. You are the only one who can release her from the spell. Just as Deus and I are inseparable, you and her are also inseparable. Alright, I'll destroy Deus, the Zohar modifier, and I'll save Ellie. Check 1, check 2, check 3. Here we go. You have experienced much loss and deprivation in your life. It is very tragic. Our contact and resulting transference of power and will between you and I most likely played a factor in splitting your personality. I disagree. I can't blame anything on anyone besides myself. Regardless of what may have happened in the past, with the passing of time, cause becomes more remote. It is a problem that comes from within myself that I myself must deal with. Yeah. It's a problem within myself that I myself must deal with. I see. You have managed to accept those tragedies, to tolerate all things, to comprehend and find where you stand in this world. I wonder if that's how Ramses thought. I wonder if that's what kept Ramses going as long as it has. is that same idea. If you have succeeded to do all these things, I am sure you will succeed in what awaits you now, to liberate all of us. Use the Xenogears. Destroy Zohar. There's more I need to ask you. The system is awakening. Ask her later. Save your data. Save. Use the Xenogears, the final instrument of destruction for the Deus system. But before that, equip. You got your evasion ring, you got your Slayer robe, your King's helm. Got to put on that trader card. Magnetic coax and frame, HP 30s. Ether machine strength. I ain't gonna use no ether machine. Or am I gonna use ether machine? Ether machine death blower. Never mind. Resume the game. Resume. You were on level 80 by this time? Dude, there's nowhere to grind. You got to do the grinding before you go through all the stuff. Otherwise, nope. Would have had to grind it in the Anima Relic dungeons. He just, like, changes. Oh, what you know about this? You've returned your own self. You've become one. Yes, thanks to you all. If all of you hadn't called out to me. Dad. Don't worry. This is good. This is, after all, Dad, you and I must become one. I reached the limit of this body I possessed on that day 3 years ago. I require a body that would tide me over until your true awakening. That is why I acquired the body of your father. Regardless of your awakening, your merging and inherited memories had the merging and inherited memories you had acquired. There was no way for you to know of this, since you had lost your memory at that point. Do I like actually the actual Xenogears gear? I do. It's clean, but I like. I don't know. I think I like Steer better. Steer is just so cool. Every time I look at Steer, I'm like, man, I wish I could use it more. At the point at which I merged with your father. Impossible. What about Wise Man? What about Father? Of course, they were just parts of me. I couldn't hold on to Khan totally. His ego was far stronger than I imagined. When my control weakened, he showed himself to you as Wise Man. You have awakened. This body is now useless to me. Now I must return to my original body, the reincarnation of my body that you inhabit. I hear you, Faye. You see, he and I are one. I am Khan. Khan is me. He has become one with me, so you too should open your heart and unite with me. Then we can go on and eliminate everything. He's already morphed. You don't get to see Graf. You don't get to see the Wise Man gear change into Alpha Weltall. I'll merge with you both, You and your machine, then. Now come, fight me. You like his gear, but not his move list? Yeah. It's basically the same thing. He just kind of pulls the move off in a little bit different fashion. You're so naive. Why don't you understand that your naivety is what killed Sophia? What killed your mother, Karen? I already know that. That's why I swore never to run away again. That I must rescue Ellie. So don't get in my way. Wake up, open your eyes, Father, Lacan. If that's the case, then fight me. Fight me! There's no choice. I must destroy you. Since you are unwilling to fight, I believe I'll have to use them as bait. Don't we have the same memories? Can't you also remember that sadness you felt way back then? Why then? Why must you destroy everything? If we stop Deus, won't this all be over? You still don't understand, even after your contact with the Existence. I came to understand after my contact with the Existence that even if Deus was destroyed, as long as humans still inhabit this land, Mayang, Ellie will be born time and again. Then all living things may as well perish along with Deus itself. That's the only path to true freedom. The path to release us from the eternal cycles of life, the tragedies of history, and the spell of fate. Oh, but you're wrong, Graf. Or maybe he's right. Graf is actually right, but he's also, at the same time, it's also not the case with the way that he's thinking. Once I awaken Deus as a weapon, I'll obliterate all living things. Then I'll use your awakened self and that machine to return everything to nothing. Now you're trying to be Kefka. Don't be Kefka. Be your own villain. That's what I concluded. Mayang and Elam are not just Deus mouthpieces. That woman is its main body. Why can't you see that? That's not true. She gave her life for me by shielding me from harm. Her eyes weren't Mayang's. Mother came back at the last moment. Mayang, Mother, even Ellie were all humans born on this planet. Deus doesn't matter. You'll see. I will bring Ellie back. Well, I mean, Deus does matter because it's still this system that created you in the first place. Mayang doesn't exist without Deus. That's kind of the riddle of it all. Father, no, Graf. If you won't back down, never. We have wings now. Then I have no choice. The time has come to truly become one. Ooh, he's gonna do way too much damage. I probably should have left the evasion ring on. what I put the trader card on. There's no reason to have the trader card on for this fight. No special options. Garbage. Oh, he goes straight to infinite mode. Dude, that's the axe kick of justice, bro. Xenogears with the axe kick. Let's do some Kosho X. He's saying we outgrew the need for God, that's why Deus doesn't matter. Yeah, it's an interesting take. Why don't you finish me off? If you don't get rid of me, then you cannot get what you want. You and Graf are one. Your will and purpose never change. I knew that once we fought. But let's stop now. Our objectives should be the same. It is the same as our becoming one. We don't have to fight. Ooh, my body. Zohar is after you. Yeah, it's the weight. It's that resonation. It's that resonation. It's resonating, taking him to the higher plane. Zohar is after you, the last piece to combine with Deus. It seeks to unify with you, the first to have been divided from it. This is what Lacan wanted all along. After all, I'm an imperfect existence. It was inevitable that it would come to this, considering what had happened. Lacan's imperfect secondary contact with the wave existence split his personality into two. Eventually, his body died, but the original Lacan transmigrated, bringing the destiny of becoming a contact with him. He was reborn as your present body. The remaining persona, just his desires, lived on separately by possessing the bodies of others. That is Graf. That is me. I may have inherited Lacan's will, but I'm not the same as the contact Lacan. It's impossible for me to make real contact. There would be no true melding and release. Yeah, there'd be no true release. You cannot give Ellie the D that she desires. Even though our bodies may be different, I am still half of you, the fact remains. Although I'm imperfect, I can merge temporarily with the Zohar, thus may be able to buy you some time. This is the only way I can be one with you. This is all I can do. Deus system will start to look for you again. Before then, you have to destroy the newly perfected Deus and this Zohar modifier. You're the only one that can destroy the physical barrier that encases God's body. As you said, that was Karen. Through many generations, Mayang is beginning to break free from her bounds. Now that Ellie has merged with Deus, she has all of her memories back. All the memories from her original birth as the contact's complement up to her current transmigration. That includes all of the lives she has lived as Mayang and her substitutes over the centuries. And of course, that includes your mother's memories too. Mother's memories? Faye cut away all the binds on mankind. You should be able to do that now. Save her and all the other women bound with her. I am begging you, Faye. That's a hot shot. Ooh, there it is. Clean. He merges with the Zohar, it just disappears. This pendant. Is this Sophia's or my mother's? And then Bart and Seitan join us. Anyways, let's get going in my fancy new gear. We got some... we got some cans of ass to open up. Cans of whoop ass. Can of ass getting open. And whooped. What is this place? This is where it all started. This is our genesis. Humans were born here. Long ago, Deus crash landed on this planet in an interplanetary colony ship. In order to revive itself someday, Deus detached the Zohar modifier's core. After this core unit came down here, a single woman awoke and arose from out of it. She's the mother of all humanity. After she awoke, she used all her power to bear several beings. These would become the ancestors of the whole of humanity. These were the Emperor and the Gezo Ministry. Finally, she gave birth to replicas of herself to be humanity's caretakers. This is where that ties to Genova that they was all talking about. Two selves, the human mother and the weapon, the subject and the complement. That is Ellie and Mayang. I, the sole survivor from the colony ship, met Ellie, and everything started from there. The land of Genesis, Katamoni, this is that place. I want to know how he survived. Even with your shared fate with Deus, why do you have such ancient memories? Usually, human memories cannot be passed down through the generations. Humans do not normally have the ability to compress and store memories in their introns. Wow. But Ellie and I, and Mayang, are different. Due to our connection with the wave existence, that is, due to Zohar's ability to change possible phenomena, we can clearly store data in our introns, because the Zohar has the ability to change possible phenomena, to change what is actually possible. I got so much to do. Will I beat the game tonight? Oh, probably not. There's still so much to do. Abel's the contact. Why wouldn't he be able to survive? I just want to know how. Like what? Like, did he encase himself in an ether cocoon? You know what I mean? And did he do that as a child? Because that's what he would have survived as a child, and maybe that's why he's a man-child, but I don't know. In other words, we can leave behind memories to be inherited by our descendants as our DNA replicates itself. Just as the wave existence is bound inside of Zohar, the information is affixed to me, so to speak, by some of the power of the the information is affixed to me, so to speak, by some of the power of the wave existence. Then this is the form when Ellie and Mayang were still one being. This is the first woman of our world. Just sitting here existing for 10,000 years. Looks a little bit like Cain. Our mother. So if we destroy that Zohar thing, everything will be over. Yes, the source of our ether powers and the source of the power for the generators that make our gears work. It all comes from the Zohar modifier engine, which can control any potential phenomena. Zohar modifier. Infinite potential phenomena. If we destroy it, Deus and the Seraph Angels will all be deactivated. Then we should also be able to free Ellie, who has become bound to the Deus weapon system as Mayang. In short, the Zohar wave existence gave us a giant hard drive for their memories. Right. Faye. Yeah, that's what the wave existence said. But then there is the downside. It will also mean that we will no longer be able to use our gears or our ether powers anymore. What are those Seraph Angels all about anyways? That odd appearance as if they lack something. As if they were neither living beings nor mere weapons. Zohar senses the human consciousness and incarnates the Seraphs. They just appear. They materialize. Human consciousness? Zohar itself involves the principle of uncertainty. The observer's perception of Zohar determines the entity it actually becomes. In other words, I believe that those angels are incarnations of the spirits of people. The people who have been absorbed by Deus to become parts of it. So what merit is there for them to gain in eliminating all of civilization? Is it some kind of hatred for those humans who have survived? Of course not. Those people who were created and assimilated as parts for Deus would not have such intentions. Those people who were created and assimilated as parts for Deus would not have such intentions. Try to remember what Ellie, when she became Mayang, said. The creations of God will someday be a hindrance. That is why they must be eliminated. Yes, that is why Merkaba is being used to begin the destruction. But Deus is not following its programming of the extermination of all civilization. Seraphs, which are terminal interface weapons of Deus, are using their bodies composed of nanomachines to absorb massive numbers of people, regardless of whether they are dead or alive. They're absorbing people. What's up, Chris? Welcome to the chat. Nah, the memories were stored in his genetics. He's always had memories of his past lives. He just couldn't fully access while conscious, just saw it in his dreams. This part didn't make any sense. So all machines stopped working. They were able to build another modifier. Are they able to build another modifier? No, they won't build, because I'm pretty sure the origin of the Zohar modifier is that it existed by itself in, within space. Mankind found it. And so, the Zohar modifier, that's weird. To destroy it, I think, would get rid of the Zohar within the universe. I don't know if they made copies. In Xenosaga, they made copies of the Zohar. In Xenosaga, I feel like Xenosaga predates Xenogears in terms of the timeline. It's not really canon. It's not like the two really go together, but it kind of alludes to the ideas of where this all comes from. Yeah, I know. Xenosaga isn't related at all. But in the timeline sense, mankind finds the Zohar. So, that would be destroying what they found. So it would cease to exist in the universe. What's up, Pickles? Yeah, I'm on this too. We're getting real close to the end here. It is not discriminate between the mutant and non-mutant people. This is highly peculiar. The fact that the people who are meant to be destroyed are being taken in as well. That is the absolute opposite of what it is supposed to be doing. Maybe there aren't enough parts? That is unlikely. Aside from those bodies that were destined to be parts for it, Deus, who has already acquired the abilities of the nanomachines, can just about use any material to construct its body. It is obvious it has other intentions in mind. Those intentions, Krellian has called Deus the Mother. If God is the Mother, then those motives are coming from the Great Mother, impeding the growth of its child, enveloping it to bring the child back to the womb, to become one with it. That is the motive. Such a program does not exist within its design, though. It was probably given this unique will by someone, either from Ellie, who has merged with the Deus, or either way, it doesn't change the fact that we have to fight. We have to save Ellie. Ancient people were humans from Earth, not these fake humans on this planet. See, you agree that they're the fake humans. I agree. I agree they're not these fake humans. These are processed humans, and they're specifically exclusive to the Deus system. They're a representation. They are an organic representation of humans. The one in Xenosaga can't be destroyed. It doesn't exist in the physical or lower domain. Only Abel was the real human being on this planet. Only Abel was a real human being on this planet? Yeah. Not even Cain. Cain was just the original human created by the system. This secret battleship, Excalibur, will also take part in the final battle. Additionally, the military potential of all the surface forces will assemble here. Even if we can't put together a massive force, we still have the problem with the main armament of the Merkava. We need to know how to take that out. As long as we don't do that, Merkava's ultra-long-range cannon has the ability to vaporize any substance. On top of that, they have a barrier around the perimeter that nullifies all attacks. We have fought against the Merkava many times to try to stop its onslaught. However, we cannot even get close, hence we have had to withdraw every time. No matter how much we want to save Ellie, if we can't get inside the Merkava, it's meaningless. To add to that, there is the problem of those Seraphs. They function as the terminal interface weapons for close defense. I can easily say that their attack power is equivalent to that Omnigear class. They even have the regenerative ability due to the nanomachines. They even have the regenerative... Don't be concerned about that. I was able to obtain some data from Xenogears. You see, Xenogears has mutagenically evolved due to its contact with Zohar. Using that data, all of your new gears ought to be completed soon. Additionally, all the other weapons and armaments are being modified to implement the disassembler device. The disassembler device, you say? In contrast to the nano-assemblers, which create matter to repair with, the disassemblers have the ability to dismantle or destroy matter. They can even deactivate the nanomachines, restoring ability by disengaging their repair programs. I know, Tora, he's thought of everything. So you're saying we can punch them and they will get hurt until we punch them and they actually die? Merkava's main gun requires a 1.2 second interval to reload because of its tremendous output. Upon firing, although it is only sectional, there will be a portion of the barrier that will be opened. There is a 1.87 second delay before the barrier reforms in that area. If we can use this window of time to target and destroy that cannon, it will be possible to close in on it. If we can get close enough, we can break through with gravitational spatial correction. They can do gravitational spatial correction, but they can't freaking build spaceships to go fly out into space. You know what I mean? Because gravitational spatial correction is like some out of this world type of nonsense. Class act intelligence, right? And quickly. They can make whole gears in just a matter of days, bro. Well, this is a rough idea. Unfortunately, we don't have such a long-range cannon that could acquire a target in such a brief time frame. You want to go head on into Merkava? What? Now you're being reckless. That's suicide. Why did the screen go black for that? The Yggdrasil 4 and Excalibur are also equipped with barriers. That's what we'll use. Seconds. Those numbers are valid. You only get those numbers if we sacrifice all the output and propulsion. Listen to Faye with the science. All of a sudden, he's gained lots of intelligence. We're going to physically put a lid on it directly. As you said, the Yggdrasil 4 Excalibur's barrier can't sufficiently defend against Merkava's attack. At least with one generator, that is. Meaning we can defend against the Merkava with twice the amount of time. 40 seconds if we can couple the two generators together. This is the way. This is the way. This way we can make it into the heart of Merkava. Then what about the propulsion? Just hear me out. We make a gun and shoot it. By doing that, we can reduce the energy usage down to just supporting the hull of the ship and generating the barrier. This will allow most of the energy to be devoted to generating the barrier. Next, shift the barrier to full front and focus it to a single point where their main cannon will make its strike. Is that the Yggdrasil cannon? How many gears have a drink linked to the Zohar? Basically because the Anima relics, they don't go into the specifics of the new gears function. Yeah, that's the thing about it. That he just creates like new gears that are complete replicas of the old gears and utilizing the Zohar's power, but also the old ones are assimilated into Deus, so like that's the thing, like that's what I mean, like they glaze over the fact that he just made everybody's gear like overnight. Not to worry, the new gears we've made for you are even cooler than the ones you had previously, and oh, they look exactly the same and perform exactly the same. When the Excalibur's barrier expires, we'll use the Yggdrasil's the generator to develop a barrier. Then we'll also detach the solid rockets and shift the Excalibur into conventional flight. Using this method, we can get right in Merkava's face right after it fires. It'll be defenseless. During this time, we'll block the muzzle of the Merkava's cannon with Excalibur's bow ram, upon which we should have 0.67 seconds. With the cannon fire of the Excalibur, we'll destroy the Yggdrasil 4's slave generator and incapacitate the Merkava along the way. And then we break through. Bro, they have less than a second to make shit travel that fast? Like, dude, you have less than a second. Not like 5 seconds. Not like a minute and a half. We'll hold off the angels. We'll take them down. Chris said I study it basically every day. That's right. That's why we're in here. That's why we're in here having class. But it's more than just Xenogears. It's the mind. It's the soul. It's the search for purpose. You guys just concentrate on taking out that main cannon. We gonna kick some angels' butt. Your favorite gear is Opiomorph? We set out to silence God's Ark, Merkava, which was the epitome of offensive and defensive power, and then storm inside it. We initiated the operation to destroy Zohar. Sick ass FMV. He just takes it. Big ass sword. Big ass robot sword. Oh, and then they blow it up. Done. That can't be. A secondary explosion? Oh no, I should have known better. What a miscalculation. The explosion was too big. It reacted with the main condenser right under the main cannon and induced a secondary explosion. How could I have been so stupid? You mean we overdid it? Why did I not realize it sooner? This means we might have... Oh no, Ellie. What is it this time? Silent, what more is going to happen? Something is happening in the center of Merkava. What could it be? Oh, this is where you need some serious music. Some dun 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 dun. Now that is some Final Fantasy shit. Just glad the alarm stopped. Yeah, dude. At that time, the earth quaked and shook. And from the location where the Merkava crashed, a giant object appeared. It was Deus. Final form. The Merkava was merely its vessel. Deus evolved through the use of Krellian's nanomachines into a planetary-scale weapon and began terraforming. It was attempting to convert this entire planet into a weapon. We retreated back to the base at the snow plains to form a new strategy because we done fucked up. We decided to go back into Deus. Time was running out for us. Time was running out. So this is where we'll pick it up next time, y'all. We're almost there. I'm gonna say maybe 2 streams, maybe 1, maybe the next one will be the end one because there's some things to do, some fun to be had, and then the end dungeon is kind of mammoth. So it can be. It's really not as bad as people make it out to be. It's just kind of like tedious, but almost there, man. Almost there. Thanks. I don't remember if I just say. I'm pretty sure I just saved, but whatever. We'll do it again. Thanks y'all for showing up, coming out and chatting it up. Good to see you out there, Chris. Some of the other new people that showed up. Stay tuned for the 200 subscriber playthrough, though. A little bit of Final Fantasy Tactics and some fantasy baseball extravaganza, all molded into one beautiful, nostalgic sandwich. We're going to be making the subscriber baseball team and getting a new playthrough of Final Fantasy Tactics going with the subscriber jobbies to go through the story with. It's going to be good times, y'all. Good times. But yeah, good night for now. We'll see you later. Gotta get that GNR. Yeah, man, I gotta get the GNR. Maybe like 1 or 2, I don't know. I got 442,000 gold. That's not even close to what I need. We'll get there. When we get in the lighthouse, that's when we'll start making some dough. Alright, y'all.